Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And I am about to use a 16 by 20 inch canvas, but in the meantime I'm going to use and set up a couple of cups with whatever colors will come out. Like that just stopped. And where's that? Yep. That was a 24 karat gold. That was an Arteza burnt umber. That's a master's touch they no longer make. I'm going to use odd colors, as odd as I can, and I'm going to put stripes, ribbon dribbles, into my picture. This is a bronze from Sargent I just found. It's not very different than the copper, I gotta say. That's white metallic from Anita's. I want these colors to be very, very different, and they are so far. Let me add a little bit of my green gold in there. Let me add it right through the center. Alright, so there's one cup, and I'm going to do another one that's going to be a little different than that, because I'm going to use some of the black enamel if I can find it. That's not it. But that looks more like it. No, that's not it. I have three blacks. Alright, so there's the black enamel, which should cause some differentiation in things. And I am just going way outside what would make any normal sense to me at all. And I'm going to try and have enough paint. That'll be interesting. I don't even know. I doubt whether I'm going to try and do my sky today at all. And if the colors are surreal, so be it. That's fine. I'm looking for patterns that give the impression of dimension, and we'll see how that works. Let's grab my 16 by 20 inch canvas. That paint is still kind of wet. Alright, so let's start with the part that has the schmutz. So I'm thinking my horizon line is going to be way high up. So I want to go and just start. And I'm looking for stripes that are going to go at a really odd angle. And I really think I'm going to want to use an edge catcher. But I want my paint to spread as far as I can spread it, so that the next paint I add won't spread as far. And I can take whatever I've got on my edge catcher off and use it somewhere else. I may have way more paint than I expected. So let's grab an OXO omelet turning spatula available on my Amazon link. Whoop, does not matter where the dribbles go today. We'll be working with them. Well, I'd prefer not to cross over what I've already done, but as long as it's someplace that is fresh, I'm good with it. So I'm going to keep that spatula handy because I'm going to use it again. I'm going to try, first of all, I'm going to move that paint I just put on there to where I want it. Let me grab a little tiny edge catcher, because I really don't want one the full size of the painting. I will if I can. If I need to drip off, I will. I'm going to flow that right back over again. You can use any size edge catcher you want. So things are all going in that one direction so far, and that's not my plan, and that won't be my plan if I have anything to do with it. Just roll that skewer right down, pull it right across, and create really interesting potential landscape there. Let's grab a little bit of something weird. and spread it around. Because every time you add a new area that's headed in a different direction, it causes some sort of a look of dimension, like you're actually adding something physically to the composition. So all that's really neat. I like it, and I'm very tempted to throw a little more black in there, just vaguely. All right, so if I tip, I got to do this way. Let's see how that works. I'm a little dyslexic, so I could be easily confusing myself as I attempt to tip. Let's make sure that edge catcher is right there. And I don't mind how I start this. I do mind microbursts, though. I prefer it if my painting doesn't try and blow away. I was looking at Instagram the other day and I was seeing some incredibly beautiful photographs of landscapes and also some paintings, and that's one place I love to get my inspiration from. And I think if I torched some of this, I might have an opportunity to slow it down. I'm going to switch my pictures back and forth, and I think I'm going to just make some riotously funky shapes as often as possible, just to fill in, because I can. Hey, that's the name of my first book on the Amazon. Like, I'm going to let all of that flow over if I can, so I have a chance to cover my edge. As things spread out, they will do that. As I make a puddle of paint down there, I can also either throw it back into the canvas, into the pattern, or I can keep it and take it off with my spatula, which I'm going to do right now. Now, even though that's not the prettiest color, it's still going to have really good contrast. And if I wanted to fix it with something else, I could, by just adding another color on top of it. It's never really been a problem. In the meantime, I love all those different directions things are going. And I can help things along, either with my finger or a skewer. And now, I want to know if I go from the bottom up, how high. Well, you know what? We're here now. Let's just do it. Let's make it funky, funky, funky. If I've got some paint left in there, it might be handy for the edges. I think I'd like to tip this up and then back. I also want some more green gold, and I notice there isn't much in there. So I'm going to put a bunch in there. I'm going to move my spatula off of my edge catcher so I can do something with it. Actually, I'm just going to clean my spatula off right on the edge of the canvas and wipe it down, because I might want to use that again in a minute. Alright, so my sky isn't done, but my sky doesn't have to be done today. I can move all that down, and if I'm fast and it's moving fast enough, then I can move it back up again. I can move it down again also. As I rock my bottom, then I will cover my edge. If I move it down to that side, I give myself more of something that will cover the edge. But I can also do that with a spatula and with edge catcher leftovers, which I do happen to like. Now, if I can get all the paint to go this way again, then I might be able to tip it into that void. And in the meantime, even though I love everything over here, you know what? I do love everything over there. And I'm just going to grab a little bit more paint. A little more beautiful stripy paint. And I'm going to take Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. I and clean off the blade of my other spatula because I want that paint. I don't want to wipe it away. I'm going to throw that in the bucket because I've got others. Now, what have I got left here? I have enough paint so that if I grab a spatula that's clean, I'm going to put all of that paint in that container. It'd be nice if I had the time. I could probably work on the top, but I think I'd be even better off to try and do it tomorrow and just leave it alone. And most of the time I try and do something, but I don't know that that's important today. Now that's all black gloss enamel on the bottom there, so this ought to be pretty interesting. Different texture, looks like a ring pour, saving a little bit of paint. I want that to be a mass. I want it to move independently of everything else. So I'm just going to keep trying to keep from losing any other paint, which may or may not work. I could probably blow that into position with a straw. Probably put that over there so it'll, but I'd like to be able to use what I've just put down there to fill in that area. And I don't mind so much if I lose some paint over the edge because I will recapture it and use it. If this canvas doesn't blow out of my hands right now. Now I really would have liked to have tipped that up and thrown it back into the picture, but that's not to be right at the moment. And I think the weird shape that I've got is perfect, even though I don't know that for a fact. I'm going to put my hand under there, I don't want any extra. Because all shapes that are different than the shapes you have there are going to make the composition that much more interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure. I'm not going to waste any paint. I have GAC 800 in all of my colors, so if I leave my paint heavy like I am, I will be able to let it dry as it is and not worry about it cracking. Now if there's anything, if I have any extra paint and I want to use it and it's not too mucky, I can just come right up to the top. I could also put a line of demarcation up there. I'm going to check my edges. I kind of want to be able to have, I wanted a dark line up across the top there, and I think I'm going to let myself have it too. I've got a little bullseye in there. It's pretty cute. Not that it's going to stay. Whatever I want to do here can include sticking my skewer in and manipulating things. I got some incredibly cool colors. Some natural, some not so much. I'm going to use the paint that I just got onto my skewer to make small adjustments. Just to change up the black, which could have been blue or purple, and may or may not stay if I decide to tip in a moment. But this is a start, and it's the start exactly the way I wanted it to be. So just keep going. It's like one foot in front of the other. And there's always the possibility of using a straw and finding more colors to be discovered, and that's all cool. If I want to take a chance on moving everything up, I'll just tip one more time. And that'll adjust things. Oh, we got a hill in the middle. That's a pretty cool hill. Ha ha. Got a little mountain. I got some cleanup to do. I might still have my blue that I was thinking about. I kind of want it to be this color shifting blue. I don't know why, but that's what appeals to me right now, so that's what I'm going to give myself. Can't wait to see what I do for a sky. Alright, I'm going to torch to release the bubbles caught in the paint, if there are any. I'm going to look around to see if there are any little spots that need to be covered, and mostly, I'm fortunate I didn't get too many fingerprints in this, and it's the bottom part of a scape, and all I want is that black fingerprint to be gone. I think a sponge might actually be better than anything else I can think of right now. I might put some white on that tonight, so it'll be dry tomorrow and I can paint over it more easily. Because I did get a couple of little smutsy fingerprints on there. Most of that's come off though. Alright, so I have 1 minute left to tell you guys I do sell my artwork and to torch. And I just got more fingerprints on that. Darn! Anyway, so let's torch to release the bubbles in the paint, and maybe we'll get some patterns while we're at it. I'm trying to expand my horizons as far as how sort of conventional my scapes and how limited they were in the dynamics of landscape. I like the stripes. I like the stripes a lot. I like combining strange colors. I see all kinds of strange colors in nature, and it's time to go ahead and join the fun. Even if I just made that sky white, it would be cool, but it's not going to be white, and you know that. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, asking you to watch the videos longer to help my placement on YouTube, telling you I sell my artwork, and I give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, so if you're interested in either one of those things, or you need to ask a question privately, you can use my email, easpbgallery@gmail.com. It's underneath the video, along with Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links, my paint pouring recipe, some vague information about the description of the artwork, and I love you guys. Check out my community posting place on my YouTube channel for tomorrow's video, and check out my created playlists for 1,200 videos organized by genre and by the 100. Please give me a thumbs up. I would so really appreciate that, and I love you guys. There's almost 86,000 of you. I might be scrubbing on that for a little while longer. Mostly I'll probably be using the white paint. I got a little bit of paint left. What do I do with it? I know. I put it underneath my turntable and let it become part of something cool I'm making there. That'll be fine. Alright, you guys, take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Check the Teespring under the video for Oliver print t-shirts and leggings, and check your notifications, and Facebook group Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students. There's several other places there to go shopping or to see the wet and dry artworks. That's Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Fans and collectors. They're not all there, but I'm working on it. I love you guys. There's almost 86,000 of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching longer. I love you guys. I will see you anon. You can see most of that. Alright, bye for now. Priscilla out.